Hello everyone. Welcome to this property called Shabdankan. Shabdankan literally means putting it into words. And in this property, we will be discussing everything about copywriting. I am Mayuresh Belsare and I have been and continue to be a copywriter. But if you ask me what copywriting is or to define copywriting, I will be at loss of words. For it's very simple. However, I will not give up. Copywriting is convincing people through different ways in your words. And to begin with, I have divided this concept of copywriting into three stages. So the first is as we have heard this word many times, creativity. One needs to be creative. In what sense? Creativity would mean the best combination of your right and left brain. Then comes knowledge. By this knowledge, I mean in our previous semesters, we have already studied introduction to advertising as well as marketing communication. And in doing so, we have also gathered knowledge about the Maslow's triangle, the value and lifestyle segmentation, market segmentation, product differentiation, benefit segmentation, the hierarchy of effects theories, the AIDA, the stimulus response theories, and of course, different advertising appeals. And now is the time to actually apply all that knowledge using our creativity, which brings us to the next part of this segmentation, which is in the approach part. We are going to look at the creative visualization aspect of persuasion in advertising, which will help us to evoke and convince people, evoke their empathy, and persuade them. So, let me show you the power of wordplay in evoking sentiments of people. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. And I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with heat of injustice, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. And with this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. And now let me show you another visualization technique in action, the way it is used in copy. Here is a advertisement from the legendary copywriter Claude Hopkins from his 1921 Pepsodent ad. It goes like this. There's a viscous film on your teeth. You can feel it with your tongue. It clings to teeth, enters crevices and stays. That film is the teeth's great enemy. It dims them and destroys them. The toothbrush fails to end it, for the ordinary toothpaste cannot dissolve it. So, for months between your dental cleaning, it may do ceaseless damage. It holds the acid in contact with the teeth to cause decay. Now, this advertising copy instantly gives you the imagery that is associated with the dental problems. Now, this advertisement, this copy, is heavily loaded with what we call as sensory words, which attack the reader's senses. And research has shown that what, a, what the mind reads, it experiences. And actually engage the five senses, that of sight, of hearing, of touch, of smell, and taste. So the effect is palpable, the effect is evident, and that is the whole idea of writing a persuasive copy. So, in the two examples that we discussed, we realized that the whole effort was directed at the before and after scenario. The status quo, wherein the situation is grim, the situation is difficult, then showing the empathy that yes, we do understand your problem, and finally showing a bright future, a bright, tangible future. That is the structure a copy should be written. And this discussion, of course, will continue further. We'll be having many more layers. We will be uh, we will be discussing different aspects of copywriting in much detail. But to begin with, the idea of this discussion was to understand the scope of copywriting. And yes, copywriting is definitely or is different than content writing and technical writing, in that it is about persuasion. Technical writing is about information. Content writing is not cannot be that creative as we think copywriting or as we know copywriting is. Content writing is something anyone who has a fair knowledge of the language can do it. But copywriting requires a perfect synchronization of your creativity, of your patience, of all the virtues you may have, and a desire to write better and better.